Let's do this. Good morning. Here's why. Top performers, the elite performers, have taken a break from alcohol and they're getting unbelievable results. I'll just let a few people come and join me and we should get into it on this bright Monday morning. Let's do this. Who's up and on it? Who's alive? Who woke up this morning? And that's a bonus, right? If you feel like that's a bonus because you actually woke up this morning, what a win. What a way to start the day. The sun's shining. It's bright outside. The clocks have gone back. We're stepping in to all the excitement of Halloween coming up at the weekend. Are you out and about over Halloween? Is it going to be a big boozy one, or are you going to do the alcohol-free thing and look amazing? And you won't wake up the following morning looking like a horror story. Right there. All right, let me know if you're with me. Drop me a little note in the comments. Let's do this. There's Knut. The Ledge himself is with us. Just doesn't get much better than that. All right. So here's what I want to talk about this morning. I want to talk about why I keep seeing all these top professionals in every domain, from sport to business. They're all taking a break from alcohol. This is amazing because that wasn't a thing when I got into this 10 years ago. No one was doing it. They were forced into it through problematic relationships with alcohol, and now everyone's taking a break because they've figured it out. Actually, it's the best way to get into something that feels like optimal performance. You're seeing the great names, the big names talking about it publicly on podcasts, on interviews. Richard Branson, such a brilliant example of that. Richard Branson said recently, if you see me with a drink, there's no alcohol in it. Even if it looks like it's alcohol, it's not. And if I'm holding it to my lips and it's got alcohol, I'm not drinking it, because here's the thing, running this multi-basquillion dollar empire, I can't wake up the next day tired, jaded, grumpy, not on top form. I just haven't got the time for it. When people like that are starting to talk about this publicly, you know the tide has started to change. And I also get to work with some of the best footballers, professional footballers in the world. They just don't drink anymore, or they barely drink. When was the last time you saw a headline of a footballer falling out of a nightclub? We used to see that. Go back 10, 12 years ago. Every other week on the back of the press in the UK would have been a footballer rolling out of a nightclub. Just don't see it anymore. They can't do it. They're wired up to all sorts of machinery. Sports scientists would see it a mile off. If they turn up to training today and they've been out on it all weekend, their heart rate will probably be about 10 beats higher. Every single sports scientist in the club will know that they've been out drinking or they're sick. And imagine that, 10 beats higher. And that's the same for the average person, right? We forget that. All of these things, when you see it in sport, when you see it in business, filters down to the average person. Imagine that, Imagine that. If your heart rate, and we know this, right, and I've seen this through my own eyes, go and check it out on your watch if you've got one of those. If your heart rate, for example, jumps 10 beats per minute when you're hungover the day after, 10 beats, that's mega. Think about that. Sometimes it's like 20 beats. My resting heart rate is 40. So if it were to jump 20 beats, that's 50% on your baseline heart rate. Now imagine what happens then. This is the classic trap that so many of us fall into, and I did this for years, by the way. I would try and sweat it out the day after, so I'd try and beast myself with a really over the top exercise routine to try and flush out all the alcohol. But if you're already 50% higher on your baseline heart rate because your body's recovering from all the toxins and it's trying to flush it out of your system, and then you push it into all those higher zones for exercise, that's when people just fall over. Their hearts just give way, right? They can't handle it. How many people are even aware of that? I'd say most people are completely unaware of that. Actually, the negative impact of alcohol on their resting heart rate is dramatic. Can be up to 50% higher. That is nuts. When you think about it, check your tech. It's going to tell you everything you need to know. And I think that's one of the big reasons why lots of people, elite performers and everyday heroes, are changing their relationship with alcohol, because they can see it in their watch. You know what it's going to do to your sleep. Destroyed. Your HRV. Destroyed. Your resting heart rate jumps higher on the back of those few drinks. Why is that? Because it's just poisoned your body. Your body's got to try and get rid of those toxins out of your body. It's inflamed straight away. So your heart's having to pump way harder to try and work for all that nonsense. And then what do? You wake up the next day and you just about feel a bit better. And the day after that, you feel a bit better. And then you have a couple more drinks. Repeat process. We never escape the jaws of alcohol. So we get stuck. Let me know in the chat. Hold on. Sam, 7 months. for me in the hubby. It's the best ever. Go on, Sam. What about Sam rocking it this morning? There's no comments over here. I can't see them, but there must be somewhere. But anyway, here's the thing. So let's think about this differently, right? If, for you, you had the same type of process, your heart rate jumped by about 50% the day after. Think about what that's doing to everything that you do. From the way you show up in your career to the way you show up in your relationship. That's where you get that grumpiness, that tiredness. Your sleep gets destroyed. Again, check your tech. It will tell you everything you need to know. Your recovery is less. Therefore, you're not as energized and optimized. You lose a bit of spark. You lose a bit of bounce. The world goes grey, and then it becomes our new normal. We just take it for granted that we're a bit tired, a bit jaded, can't quite be bothered to go to the gym as much as we used to, crave stodge, rubbish food, put on some weight. And then what we do, this is what I do. I went, oh, it must be middle age. That's what it is. That's why I feel crap all the time. That's why I can't be bothered. It's middle age. No, that is absolutely, you're not meant to feel like that ever. You're not meant to feel like that. 51 now. I'm like well into middle age-ish. Still just warming up kind of thing. Fitter, faster, healthier than I've ever been for one change. One change and one change only. Removing alcohol. Because then your body's not inflamed. Your resting heart rate's not getting walloped every other day. You're actually optimized. Your body gets a chance to be who you really are. You get consistent in the way you move your body, the way you exercise, consistent in your temperament. You're not grumpy all the time, can't be bothered all the time. So you actually start to do the things, sparks a bit of joy in your life. Your smile comes back, your bounce comes back, you feel good again. And here's the thing, most people never ever give themselves enough time to figure that thing out because alcohol's constantly in our lives. We start drinking in our teens and we never ever stop. That's so many people's story right now, isn't it? Think about that. That is nuts, isn't it? But the courageous ones that have got the courage to turn around and walk the other way, here's something that I definitely want to share with you this morning. One of the greatest wins in life where you find a mass of people, turn around and go the other way. All the treasure is over there. Always has been. It's not hid where the throngs of people are. It's hid in going the other way. Wherever you find a mass of people, go the other way. And there it's the same with alcohol. Right now, most people drink. All the gold is in not drinking. It's just one of those things. Bear that in mind. And then here's the thing. Once you've done that once, you can do it again and again and again. That's why people transform their careers, transform their bodies, transform their relationships, transform their minds, start new businesses, start to smile again and spark joy again. Because actually they've had the courage to do something different once, remove alcohol for a period of time, which gives them the courage to do it again. Maybe that's change a career or start to study again or change a relationship. They do it again and again and again. That's why you look around and go, hold on, why are these people thriving? They are thriving. Not only these top performers, but everyday heroes are thriving from this one change. What a win on a Monday morning. Let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you're with me on a Monday morning. Look, oh, we've got a brilliant squad on. I found that we used alcohol and other things to feel a heightened state. Sobriety then evolves into that heightened state after years of alcohol consumption. 34 now. Look at that. Couldn't have said that better myself. It's so true. And then we start to live the life we always wanted to lead. We start to experience life in Technicolor rather than grey. We realised that for all of those years, it was selling us a bit of a lie. It was pretending to give us something that actually it was taking away 10 times more from our back pocket. There he is, life beyond booze. Andy Garwood, living legend. No more of that old Monday morning malarkey. Ready to own the week in a big way. That's what it's about, being up on it all. I don't know, I've pressed there, energized and alive. Anyway, I'm just getting back into the swing thing. There he is. There's Jason, 8 weeks and never going back. Go on, Jason. That's what I like to hear. 8 weeks already and never going back. But here's the thing with it all. I think the best thing you can do for yourself is just, you don't have to put a never on it. You just keep going if you're enjoying it. If you feel good, fitter, faster, healthier, if you're getting more stuff done, if your mental clarity's better, you're performing like a hero in the office, your relationships are better because you're not as grumpy. You're a bit more peaceful and calm. You're getting more things done. You're spending more quality time with the kids. You're looking fitter and faster and healthier. And all those incredible things, just keep going. Like, why wouldn't you keep going? Who wants to give that up? That's the secret to it all. When you start to spot the wins in your life and you stay focused on the wins, you'll see more of the wins. And it's like, why am I giving that up? Why would I give that up on a couple of nothing-y drinks? Knowing what that means crash and burn, tired, grumpy, can't be bothered, cancel the gym, start eating rubbish food again, yo-yoing in my temperament, showing up like a hero one day in the office, like a zero the next. Why would you bring all that back into your life when actually you can just stay on this little adventure and do it all alcohol-free and love it and get that spark back, that joy back? Yes, things will change. The social life will start to change a bit. Things that you used to find enjoyable will be less enjoyable, but then you'll just open up your whole world to new amounts of joy and things that actually genuinely light you up, rather than things that you thought brought you joy but actually had nothing to do with that and everything to do with the intoxication of alcohol. And once you remove the alcohol, you realise those things weren't actually that enjoyable. Don't do them. It's brilliant. Then you get to weed out your social life and do the bits that you love, get rid of the bits that you don't, and then add in this whole new world of opportunity to do things that actually sparks joy in your life. I tell you what, it's the greatest win. There's Mark. Please give some techniques to not have a glass of vino from when I get home 7:30 and bedtime 9 p.m. It's only 2 glasses, but prefer to be gone. Yeah, so that, Mark, right, that's just habitual behaviour. You've fallen into a habit of doing it, right? So then your brain expects it. This is the thing of our beautiful brains, right? We have to train them well. Most brains are untrained, so we end up with these habits that we don't want. So here's what you do with that. There's a couple of things. Make it easy to do the right things and hard to do the wrong things. So simple, but so overlooked. Make it easy to do the right things, hard to do the wrong things. So in this instance, if you really want to do that, first and foremost, get rid of it out the house. Why have it there? And you'll tell a load of stories around that. Yeah, but I bought it and I've got this nice wine collection. Like, we do all that stuff, right? Get rid of it. Who cares? Get it out the house. Why is it in there? If it's tripping you up and it's annoying you, get rid of it. You don't need it. And you might, again, you'll confabulate all these lovely stories to say, yeah, but what if friends come over and I have to pour a glass of wine? Brilliant, you go to the offie. Like, get rid of it. Make it easy to do the right things, hard to do the wrong things. Then, hack the habit. So the habit is you're coming home, you're just getting used to that chill mode, long day at work, that 7:30, 9 o'clock kind of, I'm an adult, I'm grown up, I want to relax. Keep the trigger, right? So this is how you hack a habit. There's a trigger, routine, reward, craving drives the loop. Rather than trying to just blitz it, start again, keep the same trigger, keep the same reward, just change the routine. In this instance, trigger, arrive home 7:30, reward, relaxation, feel like an adult, routine, drink alcohol. Swap that routine. How can you swap that routine? There's a really easy way to do it, and that's replace it with alcohol-free, for example. And then you might go, yeah, but there's no good alcohol-free wines. Yeah, but what about a beer? Do something different, or something completely different in terms of a drink. Or what other routines could you put in that same space that will allow you to relax without alcohol? So you don't wake up the next day a bit tired, a bit jaded. It doesn't destroy your sleep. Imagine how great you're going to feel the next day and the day after that and the day after that without that habit in your life. What else could you put in that routine that will allow you to relax and feel grown up? That might be, I don't know, to watch a movie. It might be to listen to music. It might be to go for a walk, go to the gym. Whatever it is, hack that habit. Ideally, you can just do it with alcohol-free. Remove the alcohol from the house, make it easy to do the right things, hard to do the wrong things, or put other routines in that same space that make you feel grown up, and then just drill that skill for a few weeks. Then it'll be sorted. You'll train your brain for a new habit, and then it'll all be gone. You won't come in and sit and crave. All gone. Optimization. You'll wake up today feeling amazing. Every day. There you go. We got there. There's Tasha, 6 years. 8 years tomorrow. Go on, girl. What about Tasha? Rocking it on Facebook. 8 years. Imagine that. 8 years of momentum. 8 years of consistency. 8 years of clarity. 8 years of joy. What a result. Go on, girl. Mark, hopefully that was helpful. We went slightly off piece there. We swapped the AF and the dopamine reward is still there. Exactly. Yeah, you get more dopamine back because actually you're more optimized and energized. I've got to go in a minute. I've been told to quit today due to chronic pain issue. It's going to be difficult, but I know it'd be worthwhile. Well, here's the thing about that, right? If you feel like you've been forced out of it, you're going to tell your brain you're missing out on something. What are you missing out on? Tiredness, grumpiness, can't be botheredness. It's clearly upsetting your beautiful body. What are you missing out on? Nothing to miss out on. Only everything to gain. This will be the greatest gift your body's ever given you. It's woken you up to the fact that actually your life's going to be 1,000 times better without this thing that is alcohol. You'll have more fun. You'll spark more joy. You'll have more time. You'll look fitter, faster, healthier than you've ever been in your life. So change your mindset. Don't think you're giving something up and it's going to be really difficult because I'm going to be missing out on stuff. What are you missing out on? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's Lisa. 6 months. AF yesterday. What? A girl. So proud of myself and feel amazing. No going back. Go on, Lisa. Oh, there's Baz. 585 days. Second marathon yesterday in Dublin. Yeah, I saw it was the Dublin Marathon. Congratulations to all the Dublin Marathoners yesterday. In that couch to 3 hours and 25 marathon. What about that? 3 hours and 25 minutes. If anyone knows anything about marathons, that is super quick. Couch to 3 hours and 25. I tell you what that is. Alcohol-free superpowers. On display right there. It turns us into everyday superheroes to super heroes. Go on, Baz. Love that. Feeling excited now. That's what I like to hear. There's Tasha. Didn't think I'd get past a week. You can do it. Tasha's now 8 years alcohol-free. How cool is that, by the way? Anyway, I've got to jump because they'll be going live into our incredible Dry app in a second. They tell me off if I'm on live while they're live in Dry. So go into the Dry app now. If you haven't got it, go to your store app place where you get it from, DRYY. Go and join in the app. There's live content like this every day inside the app. I need to go because they're going to go live in there any second. Have a good one all, and I shall see you